The Detroit Lions have a colossal matchup against the Buffalo Bills tomorrow in a game that could potentially be a Super Bowl preview February 9th as the Buffalo Bills look to make their first one in almost 30 years, I believe, or a little over that. And the Detroit Lions are trying to get to their first one ever. And the Buffalo Bills are a team that the Kansas City Chiefs really have to watch out for. I mean, the Chiefs have gotten the best of the Buffalo Bills the past couple of years, specifically last year, having a game at home Buffalo had, and they lost that game to the Kansas City Chiefs. Right now, you just have to give it to Patrick Mahomes. You're talking about 15 one-possession games in a row. I do believe that's going to run out. It may not be this year, but I think that their time is kind of a dynasty. They're at the peak right now. I think they're going to start trending downhill after this. But the Buffalo Bills are a team that's looking to make that happen this year, sooner rather than later. And then the Detroit Lions are the best team in the NFL, coming off 11 games won in a row. Their last loss happening in week 2 of this year, all the way back in September, man, which is insane. So they've got a lot of things riding on tomorrow's game. Now, tomorrow's game is an AFC game. So we have 4 games remaining. 3 of them are NFC, 2 of them are NFC North, and just this last one in the AFC. And this is going to be a big game for the Detroit Lions. Can they have the best record that they ever have had with at least 13 wins in a season? If they win tomorrow, that means that they could be no less than 13-4. And at that point, would they win tomorrow, you got to believe that we'll be able to lock up that first seed. It will make it be that much easier. We got remaining games against the Bears, the struggling 49ers, and then the Minnesota Vikings that will be at home. And that game could be for everything or it could be for nothing, man. We are going to find out very soon. But first, we have to take care of business tomorrow. Let's go to ESPN.com and look at the comparisons between both teams. Well, the matchup predictor gives the Detroit Lions a 57.2% chance to win this game to the 42.4 for the Buffalo Bills. That's actually higher for the Detroit Lions than I would have initially expected. Josh Allen, 252 for 393 for 3,033 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Very similar numbers with Jared Goff here, 276 for 381, 3,265 yards with 25 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. If you take away the horrible Texans game, that Jared Goff would be 25-5 right now. Those are MVP numbers. I mean, that game really, he wasn't going to win it anyway, but that would really, the conversation would have to be between him, Josh Allen, and Saquon Barkley. James Cook, their leading rusher, 157 carries, 723 yards with 11 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs, 178 carries. He has almost 300 yards more on 19 extra carries and 10 touchdowns with 10-16 when it comes to yards. Shakur is their leading receiver, 65 receptions for 735 yards and 3 touchdowns to Amon-Ra St. Brown, 81 receptions, 863 yards, and he tripled him in touchdowns with 9. As you can see, tickets as low as $355 with Vivid Seats. Let me come back to me real quick. This is the most expensive game in the NFL this season. Standing room tickets only are what this price is for. I saw the other day, they're like $425, and that is to stand. Shout out to my guy Cole that's making sure your boy gets in the building, man. I appreciate you and everybody else who has made sure that I've had a ticket, man. Hopefully this is the last time that needs to happen because I am on the waiting list. So I want to say thank you to everybody that's done that. The Buffalo Bills will be questionable is Dwayne Smoot, Braylon Spector, Quentin Morris, DeMar Hamlin, and Taylor Rapp. We know that the only person out for the Detroit Lions that was on the injury report is Trevor Nowalski. The last 5 games, the Bills are coming off that devastating loss to the Rams. Josh Allen had 3 rushing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns. They are now 4-1, and the Detroit Lions are 5-0 in their last 5 games. This is going to be a tough matchup for both teams, and we'll look a little later how they compare, but this is going to be a big deal. Ford Field, to me, is going to be the determining factor. Because if you look at these teams, there's some other things as well that is going to go in the Detroit Lions' favor. But I believe that the home field advantage, Ford Field, is going to be the difference. I think the stadium is going to be the loudest it's been since last year's playoffs, and I think that we are going to give them a hard time. Now, the question is how much of Bills Mafia is going to be in attendance? They travel very well. As far as I heard, they were already downtown, very similar to how we were and how we've been traveling this year. They were already downtown, trying to take over downtown, and they're in close proximity. So I would be surprised if they don't kind of take over. Now, the thing about it is, are people selling their tickets? Because with the price increase, some people might try to use this game in order to pay for season tickets for next year, because that's where we are. It's unfortunate. So hopefully we can drown out, and this will not become the Indianapolis Colts type game for the Detroit Lions like it was for them at home a couple weeks ago. Let's look at the 2024 ranking comparison. This comes from Tim Twentyman. On offense, the Detroit Lions have the number one offense, ranked 1, averaging 32.1 points a game, to the Buffalo Bills 2. So you got the number 1 and 2 offenses going at it. Total offenses. Here's where the Detroit Lions have a little bit of an advantage. 2nd to 10 for Buffalo. Rushing offense, we have another advantage here. 4 to 11. So that is, in every category, we're top 10. And in 6 of these, or 5 of these 7 categories, we are top 5. Passing offense, we are 4 to 12. So offensively, we are a better team. Third down offense, we're better there, 4th to 9th. Red zone efficiency, 6th. They're a little bit better there, 5th for them. Giveaways, we are tied for 8th. They don't give the ball up that much. Josh Allen has had a tremendous year with keeping, control of the football. He went the first 5 or 6. It was a ton of games that he did not throw an interception, which is unlike him. So still reckless, but not as reckless as he's been. So in offense, these 7 categories, they're only better than us in red zone efficiency, which means they do better in the red zone on offense, and they give the ball less away on offense. So the Detroit Lions 5 out of the 7, and the Buffalo Bills 2. Now, defense, this is going to be intriguing. The Detroit Lions points per game are tied for 2nd in the NFL to the Buffalo Bills 8. Total defense 10 to 14. So we got them beat both those categories. Rushing defense, we are still 5th. We've been 5th for about a month now to their 19. So what does that tell you? We can run on the Buffalo Bills. Passing defense, they are pretty good. This reminds me of the Houston Texans. Jared Goff is going to have to be very careful and make sure, and the receivers are going to have to make sure that they're running their proper routes. 23 to 9. Third down defense, we are still, this to me, is going to be the game. We are number 1 in third down defense. They are number 25. This is going to be the game, as well as red zone efficiency. We are 4th and they are 16th. So we're going to win on third down. We're going to win in the red zone, and takeaways, we are 6th. They are 3rd. The game will be decided on third down and in the red zone. That's what's going to happen. And statistically, the Detroit Lions are a better team. Now, I know somebody in the comment section is going to be like, well, stats don't win. Stats don't. Yes, they do mean something. It is any given Sunday. We've seen that. But statistically, the Lions are a better team. And being statistically the better team, they should be predisposed to win this game. If what they really have to do, all those stats aside, what they got to be able to do is they have to be able to stay disciplined. Josh is going to scramble. All right. We're probably not going to sack him a ton. I remember the last time we played him was James Houston's breakout game. I think we sacked Josh Allen at least 3 times. I think James had 2 of those. And they still won the game. The Buffalo Bills, that was. So we might not get to Josh. I don't expect a ton of sacks. I mean, 2 or 3 would be great. But he's going to scramble. He's going to move. But Josh Allen is, I would say, most of the time he's looking to throw. And he will wait to the last possible second to throw the football, which means that second and third, those second and third guys are going to have to stay as disciplined as possible. I'm really thinking at that second level, that intermediate passing, the linebacker level. So it's going to be kind of intriguing to see if Jamal Adams is going to be playing a little bit in the box and linebacker role, because Josh Allen is always, he will run, but he will also throw at the very last second. We've seen it on his way out of bounds. As a matter of fact, he actually picked up a penalty last week throwing at the last minute out of bounds. He wasn't running, he was throwing, and he threw and picked up a personal foul from the defender. So that is the way we're going to be able to beat them, and we have to keep him off the field. If the offense can have long, methodical, I'm talking about 7-8 minute drives, and they walk away with the touchdown, we have to score touchdowns, man. We can beat the Buffalo Bills. He's playing better, Josh Allen, that is, without a number one receiver, really. I mean, his number one receiver is Shakir. Like, that's no Stephon Diggs, you know what I mean? So even Amari Cooper being over there, he's not even the number one receiver. He got there late. But we're going to have to – Josh Allen is the entire team. He really is. If we can keep him off the field, we can stay disciplined. We probably won't be able to contain him greatly, but if we can do that stuff, man, we can win this game. So who do I think wins? I think the Detroit Lions are going to win this game. I think the difference is going to be the red zone, third down, and Ford Field. It's going to be ridiculous. And I'm not into shouting people out for free anymore because my platform is able to reach a lot of people. But I'm doing this for you guys. If you are going to Ford Field tomorrow, it's probably going to be too late because, and I'm sorry I didn't think about this before, but I would definitely pick up some Eros earbuds, man. These things, I picked these up from Guitar Center. They are, man, they decrease sound by 40 decibels. So you can, I think it might be 15 to 20 or something like that. I think what I'm thinking of is if it's loud enough, like 140 over a long period of time, you can have permanent hearing damage. And what I've been doing, I bought these last year for the playoffs, and what they are you have a left and a right one. See if you can see these. They go in the ear. You put them in the ear. You twist them down, and they have two different sizes for your ear canal. So I love these. They got this cool pouch as well that's kind of like a magnetic. It magnetically closes, and I must have these when I go on to any game. I wish I would have had these at Arrowhead. Arrowhead was super loud. The first 15 minutes, I had to cover my ears, and then my ears wind up adjusting. It was very loud at Arrowhead. I don't think Ford Field is as loud as Arrowhead yet, but I think in the next few years it will be there. So I would definitely place an order. They're about $40, non-sponsored, but I might look into maybe getting an affiliate with these guys because they are great for me, and you can still hear when people are talking, and eventually, man, you kind of get used to them. They're comfortable as well in your ears. I would give you about 3 hours, man. By the time the games are over, I usually take them out. So I'll put them in as the game is starting, and then I take them out as the game is over, as I'm walking out. When you take them out, it's like, whoo, you can hear you're like, oh, wow, it's louder. It's like, and if you need to like take them out to scratch your ear or something, you'd be like, wow, they really do make a difference. You get used to having them in, and you can't tell really how loud it is. So I would strongly consider picking up a pair of these. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You can be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. I'll see you tomorrow at Ford Field for the Buffalo Bills. I will have the giant Jared Goff head once again.